special person. I've dealt with him for a long time, Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel.
You've been a remarkable friend of the State of Israel.
Are two of the world's staunchest allies heading for a collision course?
Analysts have been saying recently that he is being seen by the U.S., by the Trump administration, as a roadblock on many areas that Trump is trying to advance.
In a major deviation from historical U.S.-Israeli relations, Donald Trump is skipping Israel on his Middle East tour. The U.S. president visits Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE, but not Tel Aviv, in the latest sign of a widening rift between the two heads of state. So what's behind the divide? Let's break it down. In early May, U.S. media reported that Trump had grown frustrated with Netanyahu's decision to launch another military offensive in Palestine's Gaza. Trump reportedly believes a renewed major offensive is a wasted effort, especially as it clashes with his post-war aspirations of rebuilding Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East.
And I don't want to be cute, I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be so magnificent.
Trump's tepid response to Netanyahu's plans marks a sharp contrast to the unwavering support the current U.S. president and most of his predecessors has historically shown for Israeli military actions, and it's one of the first visible breaks in the two figures' public alignment. On the Iran front, Netanyahu has been pressuring Trump to take a hardline stance on Tehran's uranium enrichment. Reports indicate that Netanyahu has been frustrated for weeks with Trump's refusal to back military strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. Bibi wants maximum pressure, no negotiations that allow Iran any capacity for uranium enrichment, and a hardline stance from Washington. But Trump is keeping the door open for a potential deal that would allow Iran to maintain a civilian nuclear program.
We will see what we're going to do with respect to Iran. I think you have very good things happening there too, by the way.
Tensions escalated further when Trump quietly reopened back-channel nuclear negotiations with Iran. Rather than discussing it with Netanyahu, Trump held a private, unannounced meeting with Israeli Strategic Affairs Minister Ron Dermer, one of Bibi's closest confidants. They reportedly spoke about Iran and Gaza. The meeting took place just ahead of the fourth round of ongoing nuclear talks with Iran and Trump's visit to the Middle East. Last but not the least, there's the issue of Yemen's Iran-aligned Houthis.
We're taking the word of the Houthis. We will stop the bombings.
Trump recently struck a truce with the Houthis, which Netanyahu did not seem very happy about. The U.S. president confirmed the deal, stating that Houthi attacks on U.S. ships in the Red Sea and Bab el-Mandab Strait would be halted in exchange for an end to U.S. airstrikes on Houthi targets. However, the Houthis clarified that the agreement does not apply to Israel and that they would continue targeting Israeli assets as long as Tel Aviv continues its war on Gaza. This all leads to the million-dollar question. Does all this suggest that Trump is stepping back from treating Israel as his top priority, something Netanyahu has long counted on?